system measures real-world skills. Okay. You can see how it was developed. Key point here that employers just love to hear, this system is EEOC and ADA compliant when used correctly. So this is very important in today's world for employers to be able to have a system that is EEOC and ADA compliant. It is a seamless system. Workkeys system actually consists of 3 parts, starting with, number 1, the job profiles. Okay? Job profile is performed for a specific job in a specific company. When we do this, we actually use a certified profiler, an ACT certified profiler, and then we use the people who are doing the job right now. Okay? Not the supervisors, not the person who did it 10 years ago, not the person who really wants to do that job, but the people who are in the job right now, called the subject matter expert, because they're the ones who truly know what that job requires. And during the profiling process, we provide information, lots of detail about the job, and then ask the subject matter experts if that is accurate. Okay? Once we establish that those tasks are accurate, we then compare them to the various Workkeys skills, and we set levels. We say, okay, the 3 Workkeys skills needed for this job could be applied math, reading for information, locating information, at a level 3, 4, and 5 for the various skills. So for a job profile, the levels could be anything. They're not always exactly like the Career Readiness Certificate. Okay, let me make one thing clear here, and we'll talk about this a little bit later too, but a job profile is a piece of the Workkeys system. It is required if you want to use the Workkeys system as a legally defensible hiring criteria. Okay? Now, if you just want to use the CRC as a preferred hiring criteria to know that you're getting a good person, you can do that without worrying about it. But if you are basing your applications on a certain level of Workkeys scores, then yes, you do need to do the job profile. And it seems like I just heard that somebody has money available that they will offer to companies who are interested in doing a job profile for one of their positions. So talk to Walter. Let's get this going. Okay, so that's the job profiling piece of the Workkeys system. A job profile is not necessary for the Career Readiness Certificate, but it is certainly a good tool for companies to use in order to have this be a fully defensible hiring criteria. Okay, once we've established the skill levels for the job, then we continue with assessing the individuals. Okay, so the Workkeys assessments, each one is about a 45-minute assessment, and that establishes what the person knows. So now we know what the job requires, we know what the person knows, and at that point we can provide the education and training to close the skills gaps, if there are any. So say an individual comes in and is looking for a job that requires a level 4 on every one of the assessments, and they missed one of them by a level, then every community college in the state can go in and provide the training to that person to upgrade their skills. Okay? Common language. How many different languages do we have in this world today? And I'm not talking French and Spanish, okay? I'm talking about every single agency, every single industry, every single career field. You all have your own language, right? Absolutely. So what Workkeys does is provides that common language that ties together educators, employers, and economic developers so that we're all on the same page and we know that these are the applied foundational skills that everybody needs before they can go on and learn the job-specific skills. Okay, this is kind of an interesting slide. If we're all talking different languages, we might have a problem communicating, yes? Okay. I would hate to have been the person in this slide that didn't communicate, where we were both grabbing each other with nowhere to go. Okay, so that's a very graphic illustration of lack of communication. Listed here, you see all of the Workkeys skills. For the Career Readiness Certificate, as we mentioned earlier, there's only 3 skills that are used because they are used in 90% of jobs. The applied math, reading for information, and locating information. In addition to that, a profile might show, for instance, that an employer needs the observation skill. Okay. The latest skill that Workkeys has available is something called the Personal Skills Assessments. Now, I'm not sure, Andre, did you put something about personal skills in their brochures? Packets? Okay, it's on display. This is a new assessment that Workkeys has come out with, and it leans towards the soft skills. A little bit about employability skills and what kind of an employee the person will be, and if they're suited to that field of work. So that's another assessment that is available through the Workkeys system. Again, you'll notice the 3 top skills are in red. Why? Anybody know? 90% of the jobs require those 3 skills. Why else? What else requires those 3 skills? CRC. CRC, absolutely. Okay, so we wanted to highlight them in red. Okay, everyone always wants to know what kind of questions are they? And you're talking to a student and they say, well, these are easy or these are too hard. So I'm going to give you a chance this morning to look at some of the questions, just a couple. And then, of course, encourage you to get your own CRC. Level 3, Applied Mathematics. In your job as a cashier, a customer gives you a $20 bill to pay for a can of coffee that costs $3.84. How much change should you give back? Okay. How many of you have ever been in a convenience store that did not have automatic cash registers? Yeah, me too. Did you get the right change? Sometimes, but not always. Okay? This is a basic application of math in the workplace. Now, what did I hear? I heard some answers. 1616, was that it?
16.
B, yeah, that's right, very good. Okay, basic workplace math. Now, let's move up to a level 5 sample item in math. Okay? Quick Call charges 18 cents per minute for long-distance calls. Econophone totals your phone usage each month and rounds the number of minutes up to the nearest 15 minutes. It then charges $7.90 per hour of phone usage, dividing this charge into 15-minute segments if you use less than a full hour. If your office makes 5 hours, 3 minutes worth of calls this month using the company with the lowest price, how much will these calls cost? Yes, it's okay to use your neighbor since we don't have calculators. I haven't even sat down and figured this one out yet. But let me ask you a question. Has the level of math increased on this problem from the level 3? Okay, think about it. Trick question, you guys. Are you really doing more advanced math here? You're still doing basic math, but the level of problem solving has increased exponentially. Lots more steps. You have to think about how to use those basic math operations. Have you ever heard an employer say to you, or as an employer, have you ever said, we need more math, we need more math? Yeah, I know all the educators have heard that over and over, so of course those of us in the academic world, oh, we immediately think what? Advanced algebra, trigonometry, calculus. And then the employer comes back and they say what? We need more math. And we say, wait a minute, we just gave you more math. Okay, same thing. Again, we're talking different languages. What the employers really need is the ability to solve basic math problems. Workplace math. Not really advanced math the way we understand it in the academic world, but the basic workplace math that allows you to solve advanced problems. Okay? So that's the whole purpose of the Workkeys system, is to be able to provide those problem-solving skills.
What was the answer?
A.
Oh, I don't know. Did somebody work it out? I'm sorry, I really should figure that one out, shouldn't I? Let's go back. What was it? Did somebody figure it out to A? Yeah, okay. By general consensus, we will declare the answer A. Before my next presentation, I will go back and check it or work it out. You guys are good.